back for our daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel for June 19th. It is a Thursday. It is getaway day for some teams here in the MLB, and that means there is Major League Baseball all day long today, starting with the early game at 9:40 a.m. here on the West Coast between the Minnesota Twins and the Cincinnati Reds, and we close the night in Sacramento and Los Angeles. We've got two games going on for the nightcap. We have action for you all day long, and we've got you covered with Best Bets. So, folks, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel. A couple days ago, we posted our game number 6 predictions for the NBA Finals between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Game number 6 is tonight from the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indiana, so go make sure to check out that video. That is linked in the description down below. And also go make sure to check out Greedo Plays MMA. Our UFC Fight Night Baku predictions are linked in the description down below, along with our PFL predictions this week from Wichita, Kansas. Again, both of those videos on Greedo Plays MMA. Go subscribe to that channel if you have not yet. We are 100 subscribers away exactly from 1,000, so let's reach that goal over there. Okay, on to the first of our 5 best bets for today. We kick things off with, of course, that aforementioned first matchup of the day in Cincinnati, Ohio. We've got the Cincinnati Reds and the Minnesota Twins. I'm going with the Reds, guys. I'm playing the trends here, right? Minnesota has lost 6 consecutive baseball games. Now, it's not as bad as the Washington Nationals, but the Twins have lost 6 in a row. They got swept in Houston against the Astros. They've lost the first 2 games against the Reds, 6-5 and 4-2. Obviously, we hit the other day with Andrew Abbott pitching for the Cincinnati Reds. And the Reds money line cash for us on Tuesday in their 6-5 victory. So Minnesota's lost 6 in a row, and Cincinnati's now won 4 in a row, winning the final 2 games of that set in Detroit against the Tigers, and then obviously beating Minnesota in back-to-back games already. And prior to their 2-game losing streak against the Guardians and the Tigers, Cincinnati had won 5 straight games against the Diamondbacks and the Guardians. So this is a baseball team that's playing really well right now. And I look at the pitching matchup tonight. It is Chris Paddack versus Nick Martinez. Now, I'm not going to immediately jump on the fact that, oh, Chris Paddack had a bad start. I think this is, this heavily favors Cincinnati. I actually don't think that at all. I think we're going to see a half-decent spot out of Paddack, who was actually really damn good in the month of May. Okay, Chris Paddack in the month of May had a 2.4 ERA. He only had 1 start in the entire month in which he gave up more than 2 runs. I mean, his best 2 starts in the month of May were against the San Francisco Giants and the Baltimore Orioles. Both starts, he goes 7 innings, gives up 1 run and 0 runs in both of those starts. So far in the month of June, he's just been not bad. It's just that last start against the Astros was absolutely abysmal. He goes 4 innings in that start against Houston, 12 hits, 9 runs, only 1 strikeout. I mean, that was not a very good start, obviously, for Paddack. His first 2 starts in the month of June were actually really good against the Mariners and against the Blue Jays. 8 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. Blue Jays start 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Actually, though, his team lost both of those games. Even the one where he went 8 innings and gave up 1 run against the Mariners, his team still lost. So Minnesota's lost their last 5 starts in which Paddack has pitched in. Chris Paddack's actually only won 3 starts all year long. I mean, his record's 2-6, but the Twins have actually only won 3 games all year long in which Paddack has, gone out on the mound. Twins are at 3-11 in games in which Paddack has started actually all year long. So they haven't really done all that well with him on the mound. Not like he's been bad, 4.3 ERA, but again, Minnesota got blown up, or Paddack got blown up in his last start, and they just don't win right now when Paddack's pitching. Nick Martinez, I've never been a huge Nick Martinez guy. I'm just going to be honest with you. Pitch-to-contact guy. He's literally the definition of a pitch-to-contact guy. I made this comp earlier in the season when he pitched against the Washington Nationals. He's like the best version of Trevor Williams. I'm so serious. Like a very good pitch-to-contact guy who can, explode for 6 strikeouts. Martinez so far this season with a 3.92 ERA. ERA in the month of June has not been good. It's 5.74. He had 2 blow-up starts against the Cubs and against the Tigers. Surprisingly, he did fairly well against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The reasoning I'm going, though, with Minnesota in this game is just because of the momentum they've been building, right? Yesterday is a weird spot because the game only lasted 6 innings, and the Reds won in 6 innings, 4-2. It got rained out. So a little bit interesting, but my thing with Minnesota is they're just struggling to hit the baseball right now. I don't think Paddack's going to be that horrible, but I look at the Reds, and this is a team that's been hitting all right. TJ Friedl obviously has been great this season. Ellie De La Cruz batting .270. Gavin Lux is in the 270s as well. Tyler Stevenson, when he's on, right? This is a good baseball team when they decide to play well, obviously. They've won the first 2 games of the set already. I don't think Nick Martinez, personally, I don't think he holds us back that much in this spot. And I do think Cincinnati's actually going to win the baseball game. Again, you look at the records, this is a team that's 4 games over 500 right now. Minnesota's 1 under. So I'm going to take the Reds here. I think the lineup's good enough. Minnesota has just struggled a lot recently, and I'm just gonna play the trends here, right? I mean, I've seen Cincinnati go out and win games. They've won 4 in a row now. We've seen Minnesota on the flip side lose 6 games. I'm gonna go with the team that's obviously on the winning streak. I'm gonna take Nick Martinez and the Reds. Again, Martinez, I think, is definitely he's the tough part in this game just because, he does always have the possibility of just getting blown up. I mean, if teams are timing him right and he just gets, he just can't get anything to fall, obviously, then, the Twins are going to have a lot of success at the plate. I don't think that's going to happen today. I know we've been struggling with the best bets. We did go 2-0 yesterday in the money lines. I'm just saying. So give me Cincinnati Reds money line to kick off the day, and they're at home, too. Give me Nick Martinez and the Reds at -115 to win the baseball game at home at Great American Ballpark. Let's go into the Washington Nationals best bet of the day. I'm going Trevor Williams on the under on strikeouts, under 4.5. Okay, for the value, I had to do it, guys. I had to do it for the value. Trevor Williams has not gotten 5 strikeouts in a singular Major League Baseball game since April 28th. April 28th. He has had 8 starts since he's gotten 5 strikeouts. I know you can say, oh, well, it's the Colorado Rockies. Oh, they're just a horrible hitting team. They're 17-57. They were 14-57, but they've won 3 straight games against the Nationals. You can say that, but the way the Rockies are hitting right now, oh, hell no. I get it, Mitchell Parker had 8 strikeouts yesterday. Okay, when Mitchell Parker's on, which he was yesterday, he is so much better than Trevor Williams, and it's not even close. Okay, Trevor Williams does not have strikeout stuff. He's got a curveball that's a little nasty. I'll give him that. I'm not gonna call it a slur. It's basically a curveball. It's got like sliderish movement to it, but it's basically just a curveball. It's slow. He does have that. I will give Trevor Williams credit for that, but he's not going to be in many positions where he's going to be able to put away guys because I think the Rockies are jumping all over Trevor Williams early in this game. You look at the way that Rockies Nationals game was played yesterday. Okay, I had the over on the alt runs for Colorado, which is 4.5. I'm not mad at the play. Okay, you know how many hard hit balls the Rockies had yesterday? And in all fairness, the Nationals had a bunch of hard hit balls as well. I mean, in the first 4 innings of that game, there were like 9 or 10 combined hits and 3 walks, and neither team had scored a singular run. I mean, the scoring didn't get going until the 6th inning, where Michael Toglia hit a home run. Eventually, right, the Rockies won the game 3-1 because the Nationals are poverty, right? But I think here, Colorado's going to jump all over Trevor Williams early in the start. Again, we look at Trevor Williams' last 8 starts. I mean, 4 strikeouts, 4 strikeouts, 4 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts, 2 strikeouts, 4, 2, 3. Right? I mean, he did have back-to-back games against Baltimore on the 23rd of April and then the Mets on the 28th where he did have 5 strikeouts, but it's been few and far in between, actually 3 straight starts if you date back to the April 17th start at PNC Park against the Pittsburgh Pirates. He just hasn't done that recently, and I do understand why the line is set at this. It's because it is Colorado, and yes, they will have bad hitting nights. But guys, I don't think Vegas is paying attention to the series. I told you yesterday, this is why we went Colorado over. The only reason I didn't take them to win yesterday, I said it was because of German Marquez, but obviously the Nationals made Marquez look like his 2018 form. They made him look like an all-star, right? I think that's when Marquez was good, right? I think. Anyways, 2019 maybe. Regardless, right? I told you the Nats were going to lose yesterday, and I think they're going to lose again today as well. That's what I'm saying. Vegas has not been paying attention. Like the Rockies, they've come into DC. They've got a team filled with Barry Bonds. I mean, again, Taglia's mashing, right? Hunter Goodman is playing like the best catcher in baseball. And oh, by the way, Hunter Goodman didn't even play yesterday. Great, they've got guys, which is confusing, and then they're going to play their next series and they're going to get swept. But the Washington Nationals are by far the worst team in baseball right now, and I don't think Trevor Williams goes out there and gets 5 strikeouts. I just don't think so. Yes, Parker had 8 and 6 innings. I'm telling you though, Mitchell Parker is so much better than Trevor Williams when Parker is on. He will have bad starts, and don't get me wrong, the Rockies still mashed the baseball and ripped the baseball against Parker yesterday, but he is better than Trevor Williams. Now, for the Washington Nationals, yesterday sucked. So after the game yesterday, I went to my local Subway. I was getting a sandwich. It is what it is, right? But as I'm getting a sandwich, I hear laughter behind me. And I look back, and it's an elderly woman. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm sitting there, I'm sitting there with my Jacob Young jersey on. It is what it is. And this woman comes up to me and just whispers to me, 11 in a row. And I'm like, what? I mean, this is making national waves. Like, the Nats sucking is this big that I got elderly women at Subway talking to me about how much the Nationals suck, And the thing is, Mike Rizzo goes on 105, whatever, The Fan. It's a local radio station, obviously, in D.C., and basically says, tells the fans to cool it. Oh, we're in a rebuild? Yeah, he's basically telling the fans, yeah, just keep waiting. Oh yeah. We're greedy that we expect winning after 5 years of sucking. I mean, we're 14 games under 500. You got lost 3 games in a row to the Miami Marlins. You've now lost 3 games in a row to the Colorado Rockies, and you're probably getting swept today because Trevor Williams and his 86-mile-an-hour fastball is starting. We let German Marquez, who had an ERA of 7.4 going into yesterday's start, go 5 2/3 shutout innings. How poverty can you get? 1 for 10 yesterday with runners in scoring position. Nice. Way to go. I don't know what to say. They are the biggest joke on planet Earth. And Mike Rizzo has the nerve to say that injuries are the reason why we're 14 under. Who? Derek Law? I love Derek Law, but Derek Law is the reason why we're 14 under. Dylan Cruz? I love Dylan Cruz. He might be my favorite player on the team. Guys, if Dylan Cruz is on this team, maybe they're 11 under. You know, it's just like we are the biggest joke on planet Earth. 11 straight losses. It'll probably be 12. And again, Dodgers later this week. Padres. The Angels are going to sweep us at this rate too. Guys, I'm so serious, right? This will be 12 straight losses after today. Get swept by the Dodgers, that's 15. Another 3 against the Padres, that's 18. They can definitely lose 2 in a row against the Angels. There's a definite chance this gets to a 20-game losing streak in the nation's capital. Make it stop. Make it stop. It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, Trevor Williams, under 4.5 strikeouts here. We're just hate watching the Nationals. Well, I'm not hate watching. I got to make money if I'm going to hate watching this shit. Anyways, best player prop of the day. It's going to be Logan Webb over on strikeouts. So we go from, a pitcher who shouldn't be a starting pitcher in the major leagues anymore, but let's not talk about that. He has a fully guaranteed contract for next season, to one of the best pitchers in all of Major League Baseball. Now, there's going to be great pitching today around Major League Baseball. Hell, the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Detroit Tigers are playing a back-to-back or a doubleheader today. Unfortunately, we're not getting Tarek Skubal versus Paul Skeens. I would have been really pumped for that, and I would have taken Pittsburgh Pirates money line just because Paul Skeens is that guy, and I do think Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in the major leagues right now. Regardless, I'm going with another top 10 pitcher in the league right now. That's Logan Webb. Logan Webb's that good, 2.58 ERA, his record 6-5 because his team does not get him run support. But my goodness, I mean, the last 3 starts for Logan Webb have been excellent. In the month of June, Logan Webb has a 1.71 ERA. You date back to his start that he had on the 2nd of June against the San Diego Padres. It's a 1-0 loss for San Francisco, but Logan Webb goes 8 innings, 6 hits, 0 runs against the Padres. Then follows that up. They start against the Braves, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 10 strikeouts. By the way, 7 Ks in the Padres game. And his last start against the Dodgers, only 4 strikeouts, but it's the Dodgers. On the road, he has 7 innings, 2 hits, and 2 runs. Logan Webb's that good. Okay, I keep singing the praises of Logan Webb. I've been a big, guy where I've come on here and told you about the voodoo dark magic that the San Francisco Giants pull off on a daily basis, and that is 100% real. But I will give credit to where credit is due. I think Randy Rodriguez is potentially the best reliever in all of baseball right now. I know he hasn't been in too many high leverage spots, at least closing games. He's been primarily just a setup guy, so jury's still out on him, but he's got the lowest ERA right now in all of baseball for relievers. Logan Webb, again, is a top 10 pitcher in the sport. He is. He's that good. You get the Cleveland Guardians today, right? The Giants won the first game of this 3-game set. Lost the first game of this 3-game set and then lost again yesterday. So trying to salvage this 3-game homestand or this 3-game home series. I do think Logan Webb is that good, though. He's going to be able to get 6 strikeouts. You look at yesterday's game, right? It was JV on the mound. Unk was pitching for the Giants, and I did heavily consider just going Guardians money line off the bat yesterday, but I decided elsewhere, and obviously we went 2-0 on our money lines yesterday, so it's not like it really mattered. Thought about it, though. I kind of stayed away just because it was Logan Evans. Regardless, though, JV in 4 2/3 innings gives up 4 runs on 4 2/3. Still 6 strikeouts. Yeah, 41-year-old Unk Justin Verlander did that in 4 2/3 innings. Yeah, we're okay with Logan Webb here, guys. Trust me. We're going to be fine. Because Logan Webb's going to go at least 6. I mean, Logan Webb's had 1 start all season, I think, or 2 starts all year long. 2 starts, 1 start in the last 2 months where he hasn't gone 6 innings. Yeah, Logan Webb's going to be fine. You give Logan Webb 6 innings, he's going to get a strikeout per inning. Guys, because here's the thing about the guards, right? And I say this all the time with Cleveland, and nothing's changed with this team. Like, it would infuriate me to watch this team on a daily basis. Actually, no, it wouldn't. I actually would really enjoy watching this team on a daily basis because they're fun. Anyways, they will have nights, though, where they get production out of 2 guys. Now, obviously, like yesterday, that was not the case. Like, Schneemann had 2 hits and 3 RBI. But in terms of, like, the bottom of their lineup, their bottom of the lineup is so bad. Especially their bottom 3, I'm just going to be honest. I mean, yesterday, they got 6 strikeouts of the bottom 3 guys, and 3 of them were Bo Naylor, who's batting 181, obviously, he's their catcher. Arias, who went yard in the first game of this series, had 2 strikeouts, but he bats 235. Nolan Jones, he'll have his games, but he struck out yesterday as well. Lane Thomas, I guess Lane Thomas is playing every day again. He's back from injury, fully back. I know the guards were using him somewhat as a platoon at times. They just hit him against lefties because he's so good against left-handed pitching. Lane Thomas still leaves a lot to be desired from the right side of the plate, and the Lane train's only batting 160 this season. So you get Logan Webb against Lane Thomas. I've watched a lot of Lane Thomas baseball. I love the guy. He's going to strike out multiple times against Logan Webb today. I'm pretty sure he struck out yesterday against Verlander. But again, my entire thing with Cleveland is, all right, we know how good Steven Kwan is. We know how good Jose Ramirez is. Those are 2 elite players in the sport. Those are 2 guys who are going to be perennial all-stars for the rest of their careers. The rest of the team, my goodness, it is tough sledding for Cleveland. So when you get a guy, and again, the Giants will lose games because they can't hit. Like, yeah, Devers does help a lot. This team still struggles, let's just be honest. They have still yet to win a game with Devers. Logan Webb, though, is going to go in here, and he is going to mow down the Cleveland Guardians. Trust me. He's just going to. He's that good, right? There are so many strikeout candidates on this team. Lane Thomas, Nolan Jones, Arias, Naylor, Manzardo. There are guys he's going to strike. A Schneemann. There's a lot of strikeout potential on this team, and I'm more than fine with Logan Webb in the spot here. At home, Oracle Park. I expect, again, here's my biggest thing. I expect Logan Webb to go at least 6 innings in this game. Okay, strikeout per inning, and also the biggest factor, I think, Justin Verlander, who's 41 years old coming off an injury, only pitched 4 2/3 innings on 83 pitches and still had 6 strikeouts. Logan Webb, who is 10 times better than 41-year-old Unk Justin Verlander, will be perfectly fine in the spot. Logan Webb goes over his strikeout line today at 5.5. Let's move on to our 4th best bet of the video, and we move to another money line. I'm going to get this out the way right now. The rest of the video is money lines. We've been so god-awful on Nerfies. I'm just going to take a break for today. And it's not like I was shook of the Nerfie. I couldn't find one I liked today. I just couldn't. Both Pirates-Tigers games were at minus 160 and minus 170 respectively. I'm not playing that. I'm not going to waste your time sitting here about a minus 165 bet. There was literally nothing else I liked. Milwaukee-Chicago was the closest I got to pulling the trigger. I'm going to stay away. Also, because I don't know if it's Peralta or Jacob who's starting for the Brewers today. I think it's Jacob, but I just don't know. And there's literally nothing else I liked. There wasn't. Oh, Christopher Sanchez, Edward Cabrera I wanted to play, but that was like minus 158. So, again, I'm not going to waste your time with that either. So, instead, I've pivoted to this. 2 money lines. This is the first, or this is 3 money lines. This is the second. You'll see the third one in a second. We're going to the National League East, Braves, Mets. I'm seeing Mets fans talking about their game yesterday as the Braves World Series. And the series is the Braves World Series. That may be true. I don't know. I think the Mets have to break their losing streak. Guys, again, I've been over this. If you've been watching the channel, I don't like the Mets, okay? There's not many things in life I hate more than the New York Metropolitans. I hate the team. But I will give them credit. I think they're a good squad, okay? For as much as that pains me to say, I think the Mets are good. And this losing has to end eventually, right? So, they obviously swept the Rockies. They swept the god-awful Nats. They lost 3 in a row at home in Queens against the Rays, and they've dropped back-to-back games in Atlanta, right? 2 days ago, they get walked off on the sac fly. Amazing over-the-head catch, by the way, by Tyrone Taylor. I know it didn't mean anything, but regardless, lose yesterday 5-0. Chris Sale goes out there and goes 8 2/3 innings. Chris Sale has a diving play off the mound at one point. He pitches 116 pitches in the middle of June. I guess, cool. I miss when my team actually cared about winning regular season games. Anyways, the Mets are so due. They just are. Pitching matchup today. Guys, I've done this a lot this season, and I'm going to continue to do it. Nothing against the guy. I'm going to fade Spencer Strider. I think Spencer Strider gets massively overvalued by the books. I'm just going to be honest. Spencer Strider, he's put together very few really good starts this season. I would make the case he's put together one really good start this season. It's his last start. So maybe you're right. Is Strider trending in the right direction? Oh, probably. ERA is still 4.35 this season. ERA in the month of June is 4.24. His best start again was his last start. But you got the Colorado Rockies at home. And if you're not named the Washington Nationals or the Miami Marlins, the Rockies aren't very good. So Strider goes 6 innings, 3 hits, 0 runs against the Rockies. It's actually the last game as of now the Rockies have lost. It was on June 14th. Great start. Strider has 13 strikeouts. It's amazing. But prior to that, I mean, Strider struggled against the Giants, really struggled against the Diamondbacks. Hell, struggled with the Nationals and struggled mightily with the Phillies as well. Only gave up 1 run in that start, but had 90 pitches in 4 innings. Guys were really working count. Strider couldn't get guys out of there. A lot of fouling off pitches, a lot of balls in that start as well from Spencer Strider. He hasn't been great, other than the Colorado start, which again is his last start, but now you're getting thrown in there against one of the best teams in the major leagues. And right, I give the Mets a lot of shit. I do, I'll be honest with you. But I know how tough this lineup can be. Hell, I witnessed this last week, right? Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto, who again, he's not very good, but the average is up to 250, so there he is. Polar Bear Pete's one of the best hitters in the sport. I know he struck out 3 times yesterday, but just right there, Starling Marte is doing his thing, and I know the lineup does kind of fall off past that. Like, Brandon Nimmo is only annoying when you're betting against him, but when you do bet on him and you want him to sprint to first base and be annoying, he just doesn't do it. Jeff McNeil, the same exact thing. Like, I don't know, I hate Jeff McNeil. But when you do bet on him, he seems like he never comes through. I don't know. I think we're going to be okay today. The Braves, they're weird because some days they look great. Like yesterday, I mean, Chris Sale's shut down, and obviously Acuna goes yard. Matt Olson goes yard, right? Everyone's kind of going for this squad. They are going to have days, though, where they're not great. And I look at the pitching matchup tonight. Again, I don't value Spencer Strider as much as Vegas does. I just don't. Clay Holmes, of course, right, reliever turned starter, the 32-year-old out of Dothan, Alabama, with a 2.87 ERA this season. Holmes has had very few bad starts this year, let's just be honest. I mean, what bad starts has he had? The Pirates start, which was just odd. But since that Pirates start, he goes 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs against the Red Sox, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run against the White Sox. Rockies starts back-to-back are really good. Rays start 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Right? Clay Holmes actually has not been bad, really, except for that Pittsburgh start, which, again, that's just weird. It's an outlier. But 2.87 ERA on the season for Holmes. Is he going to go deep into a game? No. All right? It's very rare that Clay Holmes goes over 6 innings. I completely understand that. But here's my thing. The Braves have to lose eventually. The Mets have to win eventually. It's not like, okay, and I know I'm kind of contradicting myself from our first best bet of the video with the Reds and the Twins. The difference in that is, though, the Mets are a first-place team. All right, the Twins are a team that's failing right now. The Twins are a team that's under 500, and the Reds are just better. Okay, here, same thing. Mets are better than Atlanta. They gotta take one off the Braves, and I just don't think they get swept. So it's gonna be the New York Mets on the road. Clay Holmes and company go into Truist Park and finally pick up a victory. I know the Braves are playing like their lives depend on it, and they're playing like it is their World Series. But I think the Mets do get one. Give me New York to win on the road in Atlanta. So here's our third money line of the day. We go to Sacramento, California for the Houston Astros and the Sacramento, California, Oakland Athletics. Okay, I'm taking Houston, guys. The A's are another one of these teams. They're only annoying when you bet against them. The Astros right now are having their best offensive series of the year, and it's not even close. They are absolutely decimating the A's in the small ballpark. They love playing here. I mean, just look at the first 2 games of this set. I mean, it's crazy. Tuesday's game, Houston wins 13-3. They have 15 hits in that spot. Yesterday, they went 11-4. Houston with 20 hits against the Athletics. Framber Valdez did his thing, but obviously the lineup is pummeling the Athletics right now. It's crazy what they're doing. Jose Altuve yesterday, 3 hits, 3 RBI with a home run. Jeremy Pena, man, I mean, I don't talk about the Astros much, but I will give credit to where credit is due. Jeremy Pena is one of the most underappreciated players in the sport. The guy's really good, you know? I know, again, Christian Walker's really struggled a lot this season, and they've been without Yordan. They're so much better than the Athletics. And here's my thing with the A's, okay? They have a couple guys who are really good, and we talked about their young core quite a bit. I thought this season was going to be the year they made that next step. They haven't, obviously. But we talked about the young core: Jacob Wilson, Brent Rooker, Lawrence Butler. Butler didn't play yesterday. I don't know why. I assume he'll be back today. But anyways, those are the young core, right? Nick Kurtz, obviously, who had the walk-off home run the other day. He's going to be electric. He's going to be great. Obviously, first-round pick last year for them. He's obviously with the team already. But it's Wilson, it's Rooker, and it's Butler. Okay. Wilson is, I've said this before, Wilson's one of the best hitters in the sport. He's batting .360. Okay? There's no other way to put that. Brent Rooker at his best is great. He's batting 275 this season, and Lawrence Butler is going to be, I mean, I've always called him the franchise with the A's. He's going to be the guy on the billboards. He's going to be the guy who is leading this team into battle every day in Vegas. He's the guy who they're going to sell their jersey, and he's going to be a big deal over there, trust me. He's marketable as hell, too. Can't do math, though. If you've seen that TikTok, you know you know. If you know, you know. Anyways, I look at this spot. I'm like, all right, well, the Astros have combined for 35 hits in their first 2 games in Sacramento for the first time. I wonder what's going to happen here. You know, I think they're just going to win again. Pitching matchup tonight is something that I think favors Houston a lot. It's 2 guys who are going to give up runs, okay? Colton Gordon with a 4.7 ERA. Colton Gordon, actually, his last 2 starts have been really good. The Astros have won 4 out of the last 5 starts in which Gordon has taken the bump. The last 2 starts against the Twins and the Guardians. Against Minnesota, he goes 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs. Against Cleveland, he goes 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. Gordon's been really good. Throughout the course of the season, he hasn't been great, but his last 2 starts have been very good. Jacob Lopez, same thing, actually. His last 2 starts have been really good against the Royals and the Orioles. My thing is, though, okay, you're pitching at home. You're a lefty against this, righty-heavy Padres lineup. They're going to mash on you, and that's what they've been doing all series long. Like, right, everyone's gotten it from the A's so far this series. Their bullpen's depleted because they've had to really reach deep into their bullpen in both games because Severino only goes 5 innings, and JP Sears only went 3 1/3 on Tuesday. So there's not many guys the A's can go to and say, all right, you're a fresh bullpen arm today. They just don't have that luxury today. And the Astros, right? Like, I know, again, Colton Gordon's been much better recently. I don't know how well he does today, just in the small ballpark, and it's Sacramento in the summer. I mean, ball flies out there. Same thing with Jacob Lopez. My thing is, though, we've seen Houston succeed in these spots already, right? Against Sears and against Severino. And I know, right? Jacob Lopez has been better, but is he going to be better than Sears and Severino? I don't think so. The Astros have already had so much success in Sacramento. Why wouldn't they have more success today? It's a night game. Ball's going to fly just the same. And everyone's teeing off for the Houston Astros right now. You know? I mean, it's a hitter's paradise for them right now. Again, 35 combined hits in the first 2 games of this series. Double-digit runs in both of these games, right? 13 on Tuesday and 11 on Wednesday. And we're not going to talk about the fact they did actually play in Houston on Monday. That was obviously the Nick Kurtz walk-off home run. I'm going to look away from that. We're going to pretend like that didn't happen. I'm going to take the team that's playing with momentum right now. The Houston Astros, they had no expectation going into the season. I did not expect them to win the American League West. Well, look at them now. They're 5.5 games up the Seattle Mariners. They are 43-31. They're 12 games over 500. And yes, the Houston Astros have the 2nd best record in the American League, only behind the Detroit Tigers. It's crazy. It's insane. The Astros are a good baseball team. The A's are not. Other than Wilson and Rooker and Butler and Kurtz, not a good team. I'm going to take the better baseball team. They're minus 130, but I'm willing to play it. Give me the Houston Astros here on the road in Sacramento to win 3 of 4 at Sutter Health Park. I'm taking the Astros to win at minus 130. So, folks, thank y'all for watching our MLB Best Bets here for June 19th. If you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.